Hi, welcome back. This is part two, just where I had sort of analysed a few contracts that I trade on a regular basis. So before I do that, just the legend so you know exactly what's there. So the black numbers are going to be support and resistance levels based on trend lines. Pink numbers are going to be breakout levels. And claret numbers, they're just going to be horizontal levels where I've identified support or resistance, generally based on double or triple tops or bottoms. So let's start with the Dow. We've still got it in that uptrend. It's constantly testing record highs. It's getting close to them again last week. And of course, I've found sort of resistance around about 403.57. And then I've got support at 39.733. So we've got that uptrend. I've also marked there the contract high, just so you can see that. With the S&P, got a couple of resistance levels there at 53.67 and 53.62. Then the 53.48 is just a new high that it made on Thursday. And I got support at 52.36. Again, it's in an uptrend. It's probably got a little bit more room on the downside to dip to test that support level. But stocks are just really strong at the moment. Investors, it's going to take a lot to sort of break the investor confidence. But who knows what's around the corner with these markets. Okay, moving on to Nasdaq. So here I've got resistance at 18,771 and support at 18,230. I really struggled to get decent chart levels this week on some of these contracts, but I found them, but I'm having to go through some other candlesticks to find them, which I really don't like to do. So for me, it just gives me a good trade, but it's not one of those real high probability trades. So I would cut my size down if I was going to use these. Here's the pound against the dollar. So obviously the dollar weakened a bit last week, so it pushed the pound up. I got resistance at 127.11. Struggled to find a support level, so all I've added on is the Fibonacci just to give you a few levels should it start to drip again on the downside. And so obviously it's gone through the golden ratio to close above it at the moment, but if it's rejected those resistance levels I put in Monday, Tuesday, then we could start to test those fibs on the downside again. And the euro against the dollar, so similar thing, because obviously it was dollar weakness more than anything else last week. I've now got resistance at 109.19 and support at 107.42. Okay, so Bitcoin, it had a very strong week last week. So I've got resistance at 67.892. I've got support at 62.208. I've put the fibs on there. Now it's closed just marginally above the golden ratio, the 618. So it's going to be interesting where it sort of reopens at the beginning of this week. Remember, this is the futures contract, not spot. Okay, moving on to gold, still in that up channel. So I've marked sort of the contract high, which is round about just under 24.49 really. And then I've got resistance at 24.26 and support at 23.19. Last but not least is WTI. Now on here, again, struggled to really get many levels, so I've put the fibs on. If the market continues to have a little bit more of a bounce, which is probably going to be based more on geopolitical issues if it does, then I've got a pink line on there at 80.54, which is a breakout level for me. If it gets through there, I'm going to probably be thinking that it's going to go higher. But remember, that's just my view. That's not a recommendation. And of course, you've got the fib levels there as well, so they'll start to come into play, and it will give you some levels which I've struggled to do just normally with some support resistance. So anyway, that's my analysis for this week. I do use intraday charts, obviously, when I'm trading during the week. For them, I use pivot points, Fibonacci, trend lines, obviously. Usually start with a day chart and then narrow into a 30-minute chart. I do use another couple of chart types as well, which I don't add on here. But you can always reach out, ask me more, or perhaps even attend one of my courses, and I will demonstrate exactly what I do and how I do it. So there's another couple of slides coming up, but anyway, have a great week and hope to see you next week. So just a little heads up on my services. So I offer a daily newsletter that includes global news, headlines, my views. That's a subscription service. I also offer one-day workshops. This helps you to discover if trading could be your next career or maybe just a secondary income. But the one thing is, because I offer a variety of them, is I can also just fill in any gaps that you may have with your current trading, or whether it's macro or actual trading skills. And then I offer a 1-week intensive course. That's going to make you feel confident and competent after just 1 week. And that's going to basically give you the foundations on which to build your trading career. I'm going to help you find that inner trader, and that also now includes a free trading challenge. And then there's my Flexi Masterclass. That's 6 weeks of guided learning, but you can spread them out. You don't have to take them all at once, and that does help to accelerate the learning curve. And that's designed to provide you with all the knowledge and trading tools that you're going to need to navigate these markets, and any asset class, whether it's financial, commodity, digital, I'm involved in them all. And as I say, the weeks can be spread out there, and that also includes a free trading challenge. Trader mentoring, so maybe you've already got some experience but you're looking to get to that next level and you're struggling to do that. I offer mentoring by the hour, by the day, or a monthly subscription. It's entirely up to you, but I just want to help you guys to reach that next level time and again. And of course I provide lots of trader educational content, not just to individuals but also to exchanges and brokers. And if you're looking for that funded trading account, so you don't have to risk your capital, then contact me for details. I've got 2 good ones that I use. Okay, so finally, as usual, just ending with a disclaimer. So, if you're already involved, then you'll know this. If not, then please take serious note of this, that trading does involve the risk of loss of capital and it's not suitable for everyone. However, I do hope it is for you. And now, because there's leverage involved from many companies, just be careful because you can lose substantially more than that initial investment. The regulators are a bit more on top of that these days, but even so, just be a bit cautious. Everything that I include in these just purely for educational purposes. I'm not trying to encourage you to trade or invest. That must be your decision. And of course, before you make that decision, you've got to consider the risks involved. And that includes your financial situation, definitely your level of experience, definitely your risk appetite, and of course, only risk capital you're prepared, but more importantly, that you can afford to lose. And if you've got any doubts whatsoever, first of all, think twice before you do it. Speak to a financial advisor. And do that before you risk your capital. You know, I have so many people come to me because they've lost money. I'd rather they come to me and learn how to do it and not have lost the money in the first place, because that's just a waste of their savings. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed these, and you know, I'll be doing these on a weekly basis. So I'm going to post the links in places so that you can get to them. My new website will be finished soon, but in the meantime, you can reach me at the email address below on all the slides, which is chrisjtubby55@gmail.com. And all I can say is I wish you a wonderful week. Best of luck with your trading, and hope to see you again next weekend. Bye for now.